Hello and welcome back to the channel. Got another guitar lesson for you today. We're going to be doing the old hymn, "'Tis So Sweet to Trust in Jesus." We're going to break that down. There's a version of me playing it on the Brian Setzer Hot Rod Gretsch, but I'm going to be teaching it on my Taylor today on the acoustic guitar. First thing you need to do is go to drop D, take your top string down from an E to a D, get that tuned up, and then after you finish that, you're going to put your capo on 2, okay? Let me get mine straightened up a little bit there. Check the tuning. Okay? Not going to be using a pick right now for this one. You could go hybrid with this at some point, and we may talk about that. But let's just start with the beginning of it. The beginning is just a series of chords that I'm going to be moving from the 3rd string and the 6th string. Okay, that is a D chord. Like here's your drop D and your open D, but I'm going to put the F sharp on the 4th fret and then the A on the 3rd string, and I'm going to kind of strum through. If I don't have a pick, I'm using the top of the nail of the index finger, and I'm going to push that for like a D over F sharp, pushing into a G chord. And the G chord is the top string here on the 7th fret, and then I have a B note, or the major 3rd of G. Okay? And this is used in a lot of modern music. There's plenty of songs that have that type of sound with it. So I'm going to just kind of slap that down. So, and you might think of that as something, I don't know, it's like maybe a Coldplay type of sound, okay? Okay, I came all the way up to the 11th fret for the B minor chord, and then the 9th fret on the 3rd string. So 11th fret, top string. I told you, some modern rock songs has that kind of sound, okay? So, all right, back to the song. So, 1, 2, B minor, then down to the 9th fret top string and the 8th fret 3rd string. That's going to stand as your A chord. So one more time, when we start this thing off, 1, 2. Go back to the G, then back to the D over F sharp to a, now this is interesting, it's like an F with an A in it, to an A minor. Then we'll finish that on an A7, and that's the whole start of the song right there. Then we'll go to the next section. Alright, let me do the intro and then we'll start learning the next part. 2, 3. Stands as an E minor and an A7 suspended 4 right there, okay? And then we start into the melody. That is an E 1st string going to an F sharp, and then of course the low D that starts with that. Pull those at the same time. Typical fingerstyle type of work right there. Thumb is getting the top if you're using the thumb and fingers. Now watch this. This chord is going to be a D7 over F sharp, but it's going to be a buried dominant 7 that's going to, I want you to think of a C add 9 chord. Like that, okay? And you could do that. As a matter of fact, I think one of the times that I go through the round of that, I actually just hit the C by its 7. But instead of that, I want you to put the pinky all the way up to the F sharp. Right there. I want a F sharp C, and you get a much more detailed and complex chord right there. Now that time, that's exactly how I played it on the record. So that's 2nd string and top string, and then the 5th string C gets played. So one more time slow. D, C sharp second string, going to a G chord with an open second string B, back to D, okay, slow. Pushing up, making a diminished type of chord there. I'm coming from the G chord. I moved up a half step with the top string, then back into the A note of the third string held down. Practice that for a minute. Okay, hopefully you had a second to try to digest that. I'm going to play through that one more time and I'll keep going and teach the next section. You can hear that melody line, D, F sharp, A. So I'm going to be working down to a B minor 7 to get that. So D, F sharp, B minor with a high A. It's a B minor 7, so the high A is in the top string, 7th fret there. F sharp back, taking that pinky off. So this is an E6, okay, because it's an E, G sharp, and a C sharp right there. Melody line is an open E, and we're gonna go to this chord right here. So check out this, and I'm calling out the actual frets, by the way. This is the 4th string 8th fret. This is the 3rd string 7th fret, and this is the 2nd string 5th fret, okay? I've just come from that chord to this one, all right? Another one of those passing diminished type chords. Then I'm going to pull it back, okay? When I hit that, and I need, of course, the open E with it because that is my melody line, then I'm going to drop the middle finger. Woo, what a chord, y'all. Those are the types of things for years and years I've listened to Tommy Emmanuel and Doyle Dykes, and these are the types of chords that they put in a lot of their arrangements, especially the old hymns and things like that. So one more time here. Move into here, and then drop the middle finger to the 3rd fret, and then C, D, hammer on, E, going back to the chord that we started with, that D7 over F sharp. Then we're going to go to that is a high G, and then a low G here. That sounds like the intro, doesn't it? That same chord we used. So okay, there's a D chord with a hammer on to a G chord with an open B. Watch this. That is an F sharp, like a 3/1 F sharp over an A to an A7. And I'll finish it on a D. I might sometimes finish that type of D right there, or I might put the F sharp into it. Practice on that section. All right, hopefully you are still with me, and if you have questions, always send me messages, and I'll be happy to see if I can help you out there if you get stuck on a part. Let's go to the chorus. Starting with a D open 4th string and a 2nd string right here. All right. That's one way to play it. The other thing I did at one of the choruses was, that's a Chet Atkins style lick right there. I got that from old Chet. So depends which one you like. Just one note sliding in with the 4th string open with it. you can hear that open D driving with that kind of that Irish type sound. Then here's a little kind of bluesy, right, type of sound right there. That's just moving a A6 to A9 type of thing. And then I go back with a low D this time. That's a top string going with that. B minor 7 with the high A. F sharp, E chord, D, A7. If you want to walk it up there, you hit that A7 if you're not traveling too fast, and you hit that A, B, C sharp. Okay, I'm going to start back again, and also let that Chet Atkins style lick. Let me show you that for a second. That's 7th fret of the 2nd string, 8th fret of the 3rd string, and I'm going to drive that forward into both of those being in the 9th fret. Great sound right there. Good harmonies. E7 going to A7. I just used the F sharp that time. I don't want to overdo it with my chord right there. I did that earlier in the song, so practice on that and get that down on the transition. Now this time it's different. Precious Jesus. You got to go high up into the high G right there. Precious Jesus. Back to the D chord. That's a D and a hammer to a G on the top, an open 2nd string. D, E, back to our, that's our D chord over F sharp there with an A in the bass, A7. And then the next part is the ending. I'll put that in the next section. All right, guys, I hope you are learning something. This old hymn brings back a lot of memories. It's fun tracking down these old hymns. All right, so let's pick up and we'll kind of play into the ending of the song. Here's your ending. Get in a D position, okay, with your index and 3rd finger. Put your middle finger on the 3rd fret, or 5th fret, I'm sorry, from the nut of the guitar. And that's going to be an F note with that middle finger. Grab 4, 3, 2, drop index finger and middle finger. That becomes an E7. That's a great sound right there. Grab 4, 3, 2, grab 4, 3, 2. Then you're going to get an interesting chord here. All right, that's a D sharp. Oh goodness, a B flat, and then a D held with the pinky. And you're going to hammer on really quickly to the 3rd string. And you're going to kind of rip it down and pull off. Hammer on, pull off there. Okay. Great chord, and then you'll slide into that inverted D chord. Make it into an E over G sharp, so D over F sharp. And then alright, that is also our root chord into the 2. So think of this as a 1 chord, 2 chord, 1 chord, 2 chord. Then you'll hit the top string, and then go into harmonics on the 9th fret. And then I do a little pullback from 14 into 12 right there. So a lots of different ways you could land this song, but that is the ending. Okay, thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned something. If you did, put it in the comments. Appreciate you coming to the channel, and I would definitely love it if you would subscribe. There's going to be a lot more lessons headed your way. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you next time.